Kirk Cameron taking heat tonight for hosting an outdoor Christmas caroling concert that reportedly attracted hundreds of folks in Thousand Oaks, California. Also breaking tonight out of California, a judge has ruled that 2 strip clubs, along with some restaurant businesses in San Diego, cannot be forced to close down as part of ongoing COVID restrictions. So Kirk Cameron and Pastor Rob McCoy, who's had something to say about those strip clubs. They're both joining us live to discuss the latest out of California. Welcome to you both.
Thank you, Shannon.
Shannon. Great to talk to you.
Okay, Kirk, I understand this is not the first time you've held one of these outdoor caroling, at least by media reports. This is how, I believe it's the mayor of Thousand Oaks responded to this, saying, liberty and freedom are very fragile. They come with great responsibility. Continuing to hold large gatherings and ignoring all guidelines, I feel, is un-Christian. How do you respond?
Well, he's no one to judge someone else's faith. All I can tell you is that I'm looking around in my community and I'm seeing the devastation and the suffering of people whose businesses have been bankrupted, people dealing with anxiety, depression, suicide spiking, the abused being quarantined with their abusers. And I can't just ignore that. I love my neighbors, and so I want to give them hope. And we're offering a chance for people to come sing songs of hope, and that's exactly what people want to be doing at Christmas time.
So we've got that. So you're out Christmas caroling. Today, a judge decides the stripping can continue as well because that's a First Amendment expression. This is what they say. 2 local strip clubs ordered to close down amid a surge of COVID-19 cases and deaths across California being allowed to remain open. The judge said, accordingly, the court finds that the plaintiffs have been devoid of COVID, have done nothing to contribute to the spread, and have honored their representations to some local authorities there and to the county. Now, Pastor, they do note that there are cases that are rising. You all have continued to meet in defiance of court order or of state guidelines there. How do you respond to folks like Governor Newsom who say people are dying, people are getting sick, and you have no right to continue having these gatherings?
Well, not just Governor Newsom. Mayor Bill de la Peña is a friend of mine. I served on the council and resigned when the governor said that the church was non-essential during our Holy Week. So he wanted to take away Easter. He took away Thanksgiving, wants to take away Christmas. He gets to dine with 22 of his cronies and the health officer, shoulder to shoulder, no mask, $24,000 bar bill. And the appetizers are $350 a plate, which is the average welfare check for hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Californians who have lost their employment. And to tell us that we're unchristian because we want to sing to our Savior at Christmas, and yet they just overlook the rioting when in Los Angeles, our neighboring county, 75% of the buildings that were burned and looted were Jewish owned and targeted, and they never said anything about social distancing back then. Yeah, there's a spike in positive tests, but not cases, and our death rate is 1/100th of 1% in our county. 1/100th of 1%. That doesn't give them the right to shutter our churches. People need to worship, and they don't even address the psychological and emotional trauma that they've perpetrated on all of the citizenry. And last thing, Shannon, yeah, 1/100th of 1% tragically is our death rate. But 100% of our citizens have been affected by this tyranny. 65% of our restaurants will never reopen in our county because of this nightmare that they've done to us. But Dr. Robert Levin, our health officer, gets a 12.5% raise. We're in this together? I don't think so.
Well, people need to see that their leaders are in the sacrifice with them, and we don't want a single life lost. With that in mind, Kirk, quickly, will you continue to have these gatherings?
Absolutely. People are just clamoring to come and be a part of them. This is the land of the free and the home of the brave. And there are thousands and thousands of people in our community who would rather not suffer in isolation and come out to sing and express their gratitude, because we believe that there is immunity in community, but there is desolation in isolation. And I want to give people hope.
Well, we have to talk about the emotional impact of all of this, too, and people are feeling very isolated and despondent as we try to get through this latest spike. Kirk, Pastor, we're going to keep track of you guys as you keep stirring it up out there. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.